Alright, welcome back. I wanted to get some Sortie gameplay up, so finally, here it is. If you're new to Warframe, or if you just don't know, the Sorties are daily missions that feature really high-level enemies, as well as random modifiers that make the missions a little bit harder, such as, sometimes all of the enemies might be Exilus units, or sometimes you might have a really low cap on your max energy or something. So this particular modifier is that we had to use pistols only, so you could not enter this mission with a primary or melee weapon equipped. So I chose to come in with my Ash Prime and my Synoid Gammacor, and of course when you successfully complete all 3 sortie missions within the 24-hour time period, you get a random reward. It could be stuff like a new focus lens. Right now you have to do these if you want pieces for Nezha, which is the most recent Warframe added. You can also get pieces for the Carrack Wraith, which is the weapon that the PS4 did not get during the Tube Men of Rigor event last summer. And it was also possible to get the pieces for the Darrow Vandal from the sortie missions, which was the weapon that we did get during that event, but the Darrow Vandal parts are no longer in the drop table for sorties because they're going to keep changing this stuff up periodically, and all of the Warframe words that I just said may or may not have been pronounced correctly. So anyway, I'm going to come out of this mission with the most kills. You can see I chose Ash to just spam his Blade Storm ultimate power, and I chose the Synoid Gammacor because it's a syndicate weapon, which means it detonates just on the affinity that it gains from my teammates' kills. RJBrian and I were running this in public, so I don't know these other 2 players. I don't usually post videos with random players in them, but sometimes I do. So this was actually the first or the second of the 3 sortie missions for this particular day. The 3rd mission is always enemies that are like level 80 to 100, but they're not as difficult as they might sound like they are. You just have to use a little strategy in your loadout choices. And of course in the video descriptions I'll always post what Warframes and weapons I was using, as well as how many Forma or other things I've sunk into them. And before long here we should be getting some new Prime stuff, so I'll be back in the void for that. My Nezha should actually be finished building in the morning. This video is posted during the Ring of Fire update, and of course anything that you see or anything that I describe is completely subject to change because Warframe is an ever-changing game. So if you're watching this long after the upload date, then half of what I said might not apply at all, but that's the way it goes. So this is obviously an interception mission. This entire video turned out to be the last round, during which you notice I am at the Bravo checkpoint. Interception missions, of course, you got the you got the 4 different checkpoints that you need to keep the enemies from recapturing. You notice on the left side of the HUD the percentage of Tenno influence versus the opponent influence. It's a race to 100%, and I usually just kind of camp on 1, especially if we have a full squad. Obviously it makes sense. You got 4 players, you got 4 points, everybody can kind of keep an eye on 1. I know some people have different strategies or tactics and like to run all over the map, but this is working out really well. Like I said, these sortie missions are a lot less daunting than they might seem as first. They're not that difficult, and at the moment we had 3 waves to complete. Of course they're still changing and tweaking those things as they go. Like I said, ever-changing game. You never know how things are going to look in the future. So we're at the end of this wave and it turns into a kill everybody kind of thing. I'm going to shoot a little Gammacor here and run around. Want to get these mods, want a few extra mods, trying to get the rest of the pickups before the mission ends. Getting so much Oxium now. It breaks my heart that Oxium used to be so difficult to obtain and it's so easy now. It's ridiculous. But yeah, most kills, most damage dealt, thanks probably mostly to my Gammacor detonating constantly and just the lazy Blade Storm usage that I did. I didn't really do a lot right there. I pretty much just hit one button the entire game. But I don't know, you do that sometimes. So whatever. Yeah, I'm BoneSickle. Thanks for watching the video.